Right, hi students. So this is Mr. Firdaus here. So today is going to be a bit different from what we are doing in the previous class. Since I've got some response from student that the online class the screen was a bit laggy. So I'm going to try making videos, and you guys are able to watch it again and again and again. Okay, so when I'm doing this kind of video, I'll be doing the teaching here, and after the teaching you will be able to do the worksheet afterwards. Now by doing this video, you are able to come back to the video and watch the examples again if you need help. Okay, so now for the first things first, we're going to continue about percentage of a quantity. Okay, percentage of a quantity. Now before we dive into this topic, we have to recap back what we did last week, which was a fraction. Okay, fraction of quantity. Okay, we did fraction of quantity. So fraction of quantity, like we did last week, was about, let's say here, example 1/4 of 16. Okay, remember we did this one, we divided the whole number with the denominator. You get 4 up here, then you times here the numerator and the whole number answer, so you will get 4. Okay, another example, let's say I want to 3/4 of 24. Again, 24 divided by 4, so 4 divided by 4 is 1, 24 divided by 4 is 6. So the numerator you multiply with the answer, so 3 times 6 is 18. Alright, now let's do another example just to refresh your mind about this. Let's say I have 2/5 of 40. Okay, 2/5 of 40, so 40 divided by 5. Okay, 40 divided by 5, so 5 divided by 5 is 1, 40 divided by 5 is 8. So you multiply this number, 2 times 8 is 16. So I hope you still remember this this working, which is, okay, let me just write it down here. The general working for this, let me just erase everything first. The general thing is, for example, I show you again 1. Okay, wait out. So 1/4 of 16. Okay, the working is the whole number, which is 16, you divide by the denominator. Okay, denominator, which is 16 divided by 4, 1 here and 4 here, then you multiply the numerator. Okay, you multiply the numerator, so 1 times 4 is 4. So that is your answer. Okay, the same rule will apply to question for percentage of a quantity. Alright, it will be applied the same way. Okay, let me erase first. So this is basically the recap. Alright, the revision of what we learned last week, and in this week we are going to use it again. Okay, but the difference is we're using it in percentage. Okay, now percentage of a quantity. So you have to know first that 10% is actually 10 out of 100. Alright, it's 10 out of 100. If I ask you 20%, it's actually 20 out of 100, and if it's 50%, it's 50 out of 100. Okay, just a small reminder, 50%. Okay, this percent means 100, over 100. Okay, over 100. So whatever number you have here, you just put on top and over 100. So that is your percentage, and your percentage in a fraction form. Okay, I hope that is clear. Okay, moving on. Okay, moving on to questions. Okay, let me erase first everything. Moving on to the question. Now, for example, I ask you, what is 10% of 100? Okay, first of all, you have to know to change the 10% into a fraction, which is 10 over 100 of 100. Okay, so like I said, the of means multiply. Okay, so whenever you have this kind of question, like the one we did in the fraction of a quantity, the whole number divide the denominator, so 1 and 1. Alright, so after that you multiply the numerator, which is 10. So 10 times 1 equals to 10. So basically 10% of 100 is equals to 10. So that is the basic one. Alright, so let's look at another example. Now let's say if I give you a number which is not 100, but we're still using 10%. So 10% of 300. Again, you have to know how to change it. 10 over 100 of 300. So 300 divided by 100, you will get 3. You have to know this because why? 100 times 3 equals to 300. So if you go the opposite way, you divide. So 300 divide 100, you will get 3. So that is the understanding. Okay, so once you get that, so now you got the division already. Now you continue with the multiplication. So 10 times 3 is 30. So 10% of 300 equals to 30. Okay, 10% of 300 equals to 30. So I'm going to give you another example of a 10%. Okay, after that we're going to move forward to another number. Okay, now 10% of 500. So again you change 10 over 100 of 500. Remember, whole number divide denominator, you will get 5, then you multiply, you will get 50. Okay, this is just about whole numbers, which is a multiple of hundreds. Okay, multiples of 100, and we are looking only at 10%. Okay, 10%. Now we're going to move on and start using other kinds of percentage. Okay, we are going to move on and do another kind of percentage. Now let me clear the board. Okay, let's look here. Now let's try 20%. 20% of 300. Okay, good. So what you have to do first? Yes, correct. You have to change into a fraction. 20 over 100 of 300. Then what's the next step? Good. It's the whole number here, 300. Divide by the divide by the denominator, so you get 3 here. Then you multiply the numerator with the answer. So 20 times 3 is 60. So your answer is 20% of 300 is 60. So that is the method of doing it. Now let's use another number. We choose a different percentage and a different number. Now let's say I ask you 30% of 400. Good. So you're getting it now. So it's 30 over 100, because you have to change first, of 400. Good. So it is the whole number divided by the denominator. Alright, so you will get 4, and you will multiply it with the numerator, and your answer is 120. Okay, so meaning 30% of 400 is actually 120. Now let's look at another one. Now I'm going to give you a bigger number. So let's say we have 50%. Okay, 50% of 500. Okay, 50% of 500. So you have to change first. 50 over 100, okay, of 500. So you divide, good, 1, and this one become 5. So 50 times 5. So 5 times 5 is 25, and don't forget the 0. So 250. So 50% of 500 is actually 250. So now, based on these examples, I believe you will be able to answer the next worksheet. Okay, I know it's I believe that this is a new topic for you, but you can try first, because there's another part, which is part B, where we are not going to use this method. It will be a little bit different, but for now we stick to this method, which is, like I said, you have to remember the whole number. Okay, the whole number divide by the denominator. Okay, denominator, then you multiply by the numerator. You will get your answer. Okay, now okay, we are done. I am done with the teaching. So now you may go to your worksheet, which is worksheet, okay, let me see first. It will be worksheet, it is worksheet, 43. Okay, go to worksheet 43. Okay, worksheet 43, and there's also another one, which is 43B. 43B, with the title of percentage of a quantity. Okay, so all the best. Anything that you don't know, you can straight away ask me to the online class. Okay, thank you for watching, and all the best and good luck for your worksheet. Bye bye.